Hey, it's Laura with Colorful Creative Watercolors, and let's just compare some hot pressed paper and cold pressed watercolor paper. So we are just going to do a few techniques and we will start comparing. So we will first compare the cold pressed watercolor paper, and we will be doing a wet on dry, and I will show you with this wet on dry. I'm using a number 2 round brush, and that is just wet on dry, and you can see the texture coming through there on the cold pressed paper. And that is the hot pressed paper where it is nice and smooth. Then you can see there the smooth texture of how the watercolor goes on there, nice and smooth. And I'll just smooth that out there on the bottom. And then we're going to try the wet on wet. So I will clean off my brush with some clean water in my rinse cup. And we'll just put some wet water on there, some clean wet water. Of course, water is wet. And then we'll drop some of that pigment in there. Just watch how that spreads out. I just love how it just dances around in that wet water. I love wet on wet watercolor. Probably one of my favorite techniques. And we will do the same with the hot press watercolor paper. I am known to favor cold press watercolor paper only because of my style of painting. I am not opposed to hot press paper. It's just it is not my style of painting. So let's put some of that water, do a water wash on there, a clean water wash, and then we will drip more of that paint on there. And again, that dances on there just as the same as it did on the cold press. And it pretty much is the same as the cold press. It will dry a bit differently, but it is the same pretty much technique. So now let's get some more pigment on our brush. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to make a squiggly line. And then you'll see how that kind of spreads out on the cold press. But on the hot press, it doesn't. And we'll do a thicker line on the cold press and a thicker line on the hot press. And you'll see on the hot press, it's more controlled. It stays, it doesn't spread out. So now I'm going to get some more pigment, and I'm going to write the word love. And this is why a lot of watercolor artists that like to do detailed painting prefer hot press watercolor paper, because it's better for detailed painters. As you can see, it just does better for detail with the writing, with the doing the lines. It just is better for control. So that is the comparison that I will show you with hot press and cold press. So it's up to you to decide what you like. So hey, thanks for watching. Stay colorful, stay creative, and have fun. Okay, bye-bye.